Welcome everybody to the Dobsonian Power live show. Here we go again, ready to go with a telescope outside. It's an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. For the ones that don't know, it's a home telescope. But very powerful, It's over what we call the equatorial platform, which tracks the movement in the sky of the stars. This will be like a trail as usual, and it's very weird right now. Yesterday was like in fire in the front of it, and we could confirm yesterday the greenish tint. Yes, indeed, it turned green faster than any comet, so it's another anomaly of the 14th anomaly that I have here in my list. Thank you so much. Now it looks green. You see? You see the ball here? It looks greenish. Yesterday was like this, but then at the front was kind of on fire. Very orange. And kind of it is. Let's wait a bit. So again, the confirmation of the green tint, it's there. And also, yeah, it's orange. Yeah, it's orange. It's starting to get more and more. Starting to pop that orangish always at the front. So it matched what yesterday we watched. A face of it with the impact of the solar wind that gives this tint of it, and the green color or green tint behind, so in the back of the object. I believe this is a X-shaped object. We don't know the shape, but from what I saw in pictures, and some of you sent me or posted in the YouTube community that we have, you see the green here and here the orange, it's moving here, so the trajectory still match what they have, and the coordinates are correct, so nothing apparently has changed in that. This grainy stuff, it's the noise from the camera and the atmosphere. Thank you, Havoc. Yes. Thank you, Havoc, for your super chat. Yes, I saw. Super chat. If you ever have you ever seen an UAP? Yes, and I also recorded once. It was a stronger one, because here we watch loads of UAPs, but we can't. We don't have a way to confirm if it's a satellite or not. So usually what I do is to ignore the UAPs that are straight line. If I see a weird movement, that draws me the attention, and then I focus all the attention on that. And it happened while I was doing a few years ago a live stream here, watching stuff in the sky, galaxies, I can't remember what was it. And suddenly it was like 2 or 3 dots moving, and everybody was trying to get a logical explanation. I posted it. Everybody was trying to, explain it was a geostationary satellite. It wasn't. It wasn't, because the geostationary satellites don't move. And it wasn't a satellite, a regular one, because it was moving erratically. And then it stopped. And it was very weird. Then I tried to follow it. It was with this small telescope that I have here. This small telescope that I have here, you see, it's smaller than the one that I'm using now, but it's it has electronically movement. I can control it electronically. So I was here trying to follow it you know, with the arrows following, the telescope was outside pointing, and nobody until now could explain what was it. But that was all. I never saw something physically except the drones, but you know, I think they were human. What I saw, I don't know. The problem is that there are so many human made that if a real alien appear, we can't distinguish. That's a problem.